Welcome to this video. From Magna Carta to modern Canada, the long struggle to limit centralized power. We will explore how centuries of struggle led to the foundational principles of Canadian governance. This journey emphasizes limiting arbitrary power, establishing parliamentary government, protecting liberties, ensuring accountability to the people, and maintaining constitutional balance. The Magna Carta in 1215 marked the beginning of limits on absolute rule. Forced upon King John, it ended absolutism and established the principle that the ruler is not above the law. Key principles of the Magna Carta include setting legal limits on power, protecting property and liberty, introducing due process, and establishing accountability through consent to taxation. The rise of Parliament saw a gradual shift of power away from the Crown. Parliament evolved to represent the people, controlling taxation and legislation, weakening absolute monarchy. This transition led to the emergence of the constitutional principle, establishing the rule of law. The Crown must govern through constitutional limits, not through personal or arbitrary authority. The Glorious Revolution of 1688 reinforced parliamentary supremacy over arbitrary executive power. This transitioned the monarchy from absolute to constitutional, ensuring limited authority for the Crown. Results of the Glorious Revolution included the establishment of independent courts, free from royal interference, the solidification of legislative authority, and the codification of civil liberties. Canada inherited the Westminster system, drawing on the British constitutional tradition. The Constitution Act, 1867, formally established Canada's governance structure, in principle, similar to the UK. Canada's constitutional structure is defined by a balance of powers between branches, a responsible government that maintains the confidence of the House of Commons, and parliamentary accountability. The Crown and political leadership have distinct roles. The Governor-General represents the Crown, not the Prime Minister. The office serves as a constitutional safeguard to ensure stability within the governmental structure. The Governor-General exists to exercise parliamentary authority, such as summoning and dissolving Parliament and giving royal assent to laws. They ensure constitutional continuity and act during crises, if necessary. Responsible government requires executive accountability, meaning the Prime Minister is accountable to Parliament. It ensures a democratic mandate, with Parliament accountable to the people, and provides a counterbalance to executive authority. The core system design principle is that no single office, including that of the Prime Minister, dominates all others, ensuring a responsible government structure. A concern is the centralization of power through the Governor-General's appointment by the King on the advice of the Prime Minister. Critics argue this gives the Prime Minister too much influence over a constitutional counterbalance. A primary concern is that if the Prime Minister effectively controls the appointment of the Governor-General, executive influence may become too concentrated. Over time, critics argue the Prime Minister's office, or PMO, has become increasingly centralized. Key concerns include party discipline, control over the caucus, and influence over appointments. This centralization has operational impacts, leading to a concentration of messaging and policy direction, and a reduced independence among members of Parliament. These developments raise key constitutional questions. Does modern party politics weaken parliamentary independence? Has executive government become too centralized? Are constitutional safeguards still functioning as intended? The fundamental question remains: how do we preserve the balance between Parliament, the executive, the courts, and the people? Our core message is that the history of constitutional government is a history of limiting concentrated power, favoring law over arbitrary authority, accountability over centralized control, and representation over domination. A healthy constitutional system requires maintaining real institutional balance. The preservation of liberty depends on maintaining balance, accountability, and constitutional restraint.